Hey subscribers and flatheads, welcome to Flathead Terry's Garage. I'm working on my 1942 Harley Davidson over here. This is actually episode 2 of the Corrosion Explosion episodes that I put together. If you've missed part 1, go up here to this link to take you there and you can see what the heck I'm working on and why. Thanks for stopping in today. Okay, here's the fender on the operating table. As you can see, this is what a rear chain oiler does. I have the world's most lubricated rear chain, but my fender and the back third of the bike get the brunt of the lubricant. Okay, next order of business, degrease this fender, get it all cleaned up. Okay, got it degreased and was able to chip away at some of the corrosion. Got a little grinding wheel to that section there just to see what the damage was, and it's all very just right on the surface, little slight pitting, and we'll be able to sand all of this out. So good news there. Okay, I was able to sand and grind a little bit, get all of this taken care of. You can kind of see some of this in here. Yeah, there's a little bit of corrosion in there. I got most of that out. I still got a little bit more to do in here. Let's see if I can lift this up a little bit. You can see a little bit better. But yeah, most of it's out. I ground away some of it, but again, I'll be sanding some more, making sure I got it all out. Okay, I'm going to continue on. Use my 240 grit, one of my favorites. That seems to work the best. Okay, I've sanded the entire area with the 240 grit. There's still a few little pockets in here, but to the touch, they're very, very minor. So they should be able to get filled in with the primer. So I'll do that. So first thing I'm going to do is use my wax and grease remover to clean the surface thoroughly, let that dry. It dries pretty fast within a couple minutes. Then I'm going to go with the self-etching primer. Do that first, let that dry thoroughly, and then eventually I'm going to go with, thankfully, I bought some olive drab, the original paint for this, in a can. So if I ever had to do any touch-ups, I was able to do that. So this will come in really handy for these kind of jobs where it's just small areas. It comes with 2 spray nozzles inside, sprays a nice wide band, really nice. I get this from rapcoparts.com down in Texas. Excellent company, fast shipping, and good product. Okay, got it painted. It's all done, dried. Couple coats I put on there. You can see it blended pretty well up here. It's all in good shape. So now removing the paper and ready for installation. Okay, here's the corroded bolts and brackets. I will have to get these all cleaned up, sterilized to get the corrosion off of there and get them looking spiffy again. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, I brushed off all of the loose corrosion on these parts. Now we go on to some of this rust remover that I like to use. Does a real nice job of sticking to the parts and then dissolving any of the rust that's on them. Okay, too, you can see it's starting to dissolve any of the corrosion that's already there. So does a real nice job. Okay, we'll set these aside. We'll let them go for a while, a couple hours, and then we go back and we rinse it all off with water. Okay, here's the parts after I rinsed them off. Ready for action. Okay, next we have the battery cover. You can see that this needs some attention. I'll knock off all of the loose stuff here, get it cleaned up, get it for repainting here. Okay, here's the battery cover, all painted, ready for action. Okay, next is the muffler. To get that done, you can see all of that here. We'll get all of that removed, dissolved through here. What's unique about this muffler too, this is all big twin here, and then at the end is the 45 cubic inch wwII tail fin on the back. Let that work. Yeah, it's been about 5 minutes. You can see some of the rust is already gone through here, so does a real nice job. All right, let's take a look a little bit closer. A real nice job. Be able to get all of that off. Stuff works. This took about 20 minutes or so. So now rinse it with water, and then we'll go on to the next step. Okay, here it is all dried off and cleaned. Not sure what I'll do, either sand it down or maybe just get some paint stripper on there and just strip it down to bare metal and start over. So I haven't decided yet what to do. Okay, decided to use some paint stripper on it to get rid of all of the residue and some of the other paint there instead of sanding it down. So that's what I'm going to do. Now for steel wool. Okay, 20 minutes later, got all the paint off, got it cleaned up pretty good, ready for prep, and then we'll use some high temperature, high gloss black paint. Okay, the muffler is ready for paint. This is what I'm using. Seems to work pretty well. It was on here before, lasted for 1,300 miles, no problem. So I'm going to continue to use this again until I find something better. Okay, there we go. Okay, there's the muffler. Turned out really well. Like it. Turned out good. So, ready for install.